Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne. Thank you for tuning in today. I really appreciate all of you that support my channel so much. And I am on the last sign for the first half of November readings. Today is officially November 1st. Happy November to all of you. And today's featured sign, my last reading for the first half of the month, is the beautiful air element, the fixed sign, the extremely creative and fun and friendly and intelligent and, air element, I think I mentioned, of Aquarius. Oh my gosh, Aquarius. This has basically been your year in some very strong fundamental ways. Jupiter has been in your sign, and that only happens every 12 years for each of the signs. So what, 6, 7 times in a lifetime? I mean, I'm not really doing the math that well, but I guess it makes sense. Absolutely. More centennials than ever. Centennials, 100-year-olds are living to be, long lives. So I don't want to get too far off the beaten path. I do want to say also as a side note that I had gone out and did some errands I had to do, and I had to go to have my wrist looked at, and it was raining. It was beautiful. I'm so grateful. Our first rain for the first day of November, and my hair got all saturated, so I went up really quickly and just did a quick blow dry, and it's, forgive me, aesthetically, but the messages coming through are the most important part about my readings. So Aquarius, you have some time to really, really utilize and enjoy the Jupiter influences in your life. And so I'll speak a little bit about astrology. We're definitely in the full throes of Scorpio season, and that's about passion. That is about the depths. That is about transformation and physicality, sensuality. It's about, digging deep and revealing things, and the truth comes up in this time of year, every year. And sometimes it's truth we really did know about, but it's like when it's right there put in your face, you're like, okay, I'm not going to kid myself anymore. I will honestly understand from here on out, this is how it is. Then you decide what you want to do with that, right? That's always our choice. This is going to be the month that's going to really make that very clear to a lot of us, and I think you very much so. And I think that's beautiful. I really do. If I had my choice, of course, I'd rather know the truth of a situation rather than just kind of continually just avoid it, or, which I'm good at, or pretend like it's something else. You know what I mean? So that's really strong right now. What else can I tell you? The new moon of Aries on the 20th of October, I think it's still affecting people as we go into November. And then we've got, did I say new? Yes, it was new. No, it was full. I'm sorry. It was a huge full moon. Oh my gosh. And it's so powerful. That was about leadership and new beginnings and Mars related. So it's like, I'm going to do whatever I can to get my message across. And there's going to be conversations that don't necessarily feel good. I'm going to boil up a little bit. That's a fire sign. It's about leadership and confidence. It's a masculine energy. Not fixed. It is a cardinal. So they're about initiating things and starting things. And it was just showing a light, a huge moon light on different aspects, which happen to be across from the polar sign of Aries of Libra. So relationships, key in all different forms of relationships. And now we've got the new moon happening on the 4th of November, just like 3 days from now, in Scorpio. So I think you'll probably already start to feel that, but that's that intensity. That's the emotional part of all of us. And yes, they say air signs are a little detached. We kind of purposely try to separate our emotions when it comes to work and thinking straight and focusing and, studying and all the things that are important to people with, air element. Because there's no stopping the emotions that'll come through. And I think it can be phenomenal and very exciting and like I said, intimate and sensual and necessary. We all have them. It's just sometimes we're shocked when they come up. It's like, wow, I'm really feeling this, and for better or worse. So that's definitely approaching. And And then after Scorpio season, which is the second half of the month reading, so I'll speak just a little bit about, we go into Sagittarius season. And that's just, oh my gosh, that's Jupiter ruled Sagittarius, optimism, adventure, fun. I know for a fact many Aquarians are connected and in relationships of all different types with Sagittarians because it's a fabulous combination and it works really well together. So that's coming, and then we've got that first full partial lunar eclipse in Taurus, the earth element, the Venetian ruled like Libra, which, by the way, the moon goes into Libra, you know, the like 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time this evening from Virgo. So, I mean, balance, air, justice, fairness, truth, compromise, you know, different perspectives, seeing all angles of things, love of beauty, love of sensuality, you know, good food, wine, tastes, physicality. All those things are coming in heavy this month. So, and eclipses are no, you know, small thing. They are very powerful. They bring things in quickly, take things out quickly, and you never know what it is till it happens. And I think a lot of us, myself included, had a little taste of that. And I might add that, you know, your ruling planet, Aquarius, is that of Uranus. So you've grown up knowing the changes that occur sometimes so instantly. The planet of surprises, unknown, you know, just out of the blue, kind of wonderful, brand new ideas, inventions. You know, Uranus rules medicine, technology. So things coming still that are going to help us as a planet, the whole world that we can all use and utilize for our benefit and growth and, you know, using our mind to think and expand and all the wonderful things. So that's a lot of what's going on. And there, like I said, it's not going to be well, let's relax and retreat, because a lot of those planets are all now stationed direct, which is beautiful. The momentum, the fire, the passion is all there. So I'm going to pick your highlighted connection before I go on that Spirit wants you to know about. And remember, the highlighted connection is, once again, spiritly, it's done right in front of you, and Spirit wants you to know for reasons that I don't know, okay? This is a general reading, and I always recommend that any sign that is Aquarius related in your chart, whether it be your sun, moon, specifically rising, ascendant, and Venus, planet of love and relationships, is a part of what you would want to, you know, listen to, because all of them can pertain to you in different ways in the way you see things and handle that. And it tells you a lot more about who you are. So, something to think about. But your beautiful Spirit-guided message about your highlighted connection, in addition to all of your relationships, when I read the 4 major categories, we'll have some really interesting you know, messages coming through. Let's see what that is for you. It's Aries. Oh my God. Okay, well, I brought up the full moon in Aries because I think well, I love this anyway. Any fire element and air element are extremely powerful and very much about igniting, you know, new and inventive and just really growing. And, you know, I always use the bellows, stoking the fire, you know, just poof, brings out the best and the most energetic and spirited kind of conversations. You know, we can hope, right? I always try to go with the positive, but you know what I'm saying. Beautiful harmonizing energy. So I like it for you right off the bat. But yeah, there's this sense of leadership and independence and masculine energy that's very prominent. Not to mention, Aries is a cardinal sign. They represent the season, and they bring in the season of spring, the first season, the first, you know, astrology sign. And they represent the beginning of the year, basically, even though it's in March, it represents the astrology new year. So everything new and kind of, you know, leadership, like I said, in charge, confident, that's what's coming through. And you know, they are ruled by Mars, and so is historically Scorpio, and that's the season we're in. So there is this combination and this, you know, synchronicity to this highlighted energy. Maybe feeling like you need to be more in charge, and you need to more entrepreneurial kind of energy coming through, where maybe you want to take something or an idea and run with it so that, you know, it's yours, it's your baby, if you will. And really looking into it and deciding, is that what I want to do? You know, because you've got this energy with the new moon, and writing down your intentions can be extremely powerful in succeeding and accomplishing what it is you're wanting to do. But I feel a definite sense of paternal or maternal, not maternal, paternal energy, male energy, authority basically with Aries, you know, whether it be in the courts or in law of some form, financial institutes. You know, we're in the 8th house with Scorpio, so that's other people's money, inheritance, you know, your partner, if there is one, you know, something having to do with that, unexpected income kind of thing. Yeah, there's a fair amount of, I think, positive, beautiful, fiery kind of ambition and ingenuity coming through for you. And that's what you're like anyway. So let's see what the 4 categories have to do with this highlighted connection, but also all of your connections, like I mentioned, okay, Aquarius, because it's on this month, man. There's all fixed energy as well, I might add. So Jupiter and Saturn being in your sign of Aquarius still, that's your fixed sign. Scorpio is a fixed sign. We're in that season. And then the first eclipse of the series, which is going to be Taurus and Scorpio for the next year and a half, close to 2 years. Taurus being a fixed sign as well. So lots of fixed, sturdy, steady, stubborn energy that really helps to get things done. I mean, you can look at it as a negative, but I don't. I mean, if somebody says, I'm going to do everything in my power to stay with you and to make this situation work, or this relationship, or this job, or whatever, I'm all over that. I'm like, okay, that's what I want. I want someone fighting for us and myself, and, you know, the betterment of situations, okay? And that's how I'm looking at that. So let's see what it says for your overall energy, which is, of course, the relationship part of the reading and what's happening thus far. Okay, I am using the beautiful Gilded Tarot, which is one of my favorite, by Ciro Marchetti. It always feels so good, and it's beautifully illustrated. And oh my gosh, the overall energy coming into this month, which does not surprise me, and that new moon in the background is the High Priestess. So in tune to your, you know, psychic and intuitive and higher power guidance. That is the Scorpio coming through for you. You are feeling that so strongly. We all have that ability, but it's a gift when we have that coming from the sign itself that has such incredible powers in that way and magnetizing us towards that. It's a gift, you know. It can be overwhelming at times because it's about the sensitivity and the emotions that, like I said, you tend to put aside if you can, Aquarius, but you're not going to be able to this month. And I feel like it's going to be extremely revolutionary for you. It's going to be like, yeah, I need that more. I haven't been allowing myself to feel like that for some reason. Well, you will now. And intuitive hits and ideas and inspirations, and, you know, through dreams or music or so many different mediums can come through for you. And there's that new moon that represents this beautiful Scorpio energy. It's fabulous, it's beautiful, it's just that wonderful feeling of knowing we have those gifts. We manifest every moment. And you're up for that. You are up for that challenge, and you are taking it in and surrendering and releasing any doubts or, you know, mistrust at this point, because truth comes through with Scorpio as well, and you want that. You really, really do. So I love that. And the second category, Aquarius, for you is that of possible blessings or obstacles. And for your second category, you have the Ace of Cups. So I don't even know how else to describe it. Between your knowing and that inner guide and that beautiful divine guidance as well. It's always a co-creation going on. You have the Ace of Cups. That is the water element. That is Scorpio. That's Pisces. That's Cancer, that's the highest and fullest amount of emotional satisfaction, sensual once again. It's creativity to its fullest. Let's just say you're not in a relationship and you're like, Marianne, that's not really conducive to me per se. It is because the energy and the love you put forth in an idea, in yourself, in your family, in your friends, in your animals, it's fulfilling and it's so satisfying. And there's that third eye again, knowing this is right, not questioning it anymore. The ace is the beginning as well. If you're not in a relationship, those eclipses bring people in and out and over the place. Who knows? Being open to it is the most, being that receptive vessel like the Ace of Cups can be, allows so much. I mean, it's unlimited. So potential and, romance could be there. And even if you're in a relationship for a long time, and I remember this, that all of a sudden something happens and it's like something switches, right? And you're like, wow, I'm feeling better about this than ever. And times that may have been back and forth, a little nitpicking and stuff, that goes away and you're like, we're maturing, we're growing and evolving into people that are more, accepting, or all the beautiful things that the Ace of Cups can provide. And it also can be, once again, just an amazing opportunity or job or creative endeavor. You're very creative people, Aquarius. So, I'm loving the combination of the High Priestess of knowing and creativity, and it represents the sign of Pisces, which, they're one of the most creative, sensitive signs in the zodiac. It's right there for you. And you're going to get away from your mind so much. It's all going to be in the heart. So prepare and enjoy, The third category is that of finances, and that's definitely money, the practical side of things, how are you spending it, investing it, what's happening, how are you feeling about that. I know that Scorpios are very, very, what's the word? Well, they're very capable of amassing a lot of wealth. It's because they tend to be a little bit frugal at times. They're not one to go too extravagant. I'm not saying they're not generous. I'm just saying, they know about, kind of keeping the purse strings a little tight because someone's got to do it. And that's how they get to where they need to go. And you got to save sometimes, and not be as extravagant. So that's kind of that persuasion that comes through. The word's escaping me, but that's okay. Frugal is one of them, but that's not really what I was thinking of. They're just very capable. They're very good with money. They know how to manage money, okay, and let money work for them. So that's a physical, aspect. The currency is there, and it's about give and take as well. You don't want to be too tight because then that you're blocking the flow that way. And finances doesn't have to be what you consider to be wealth anyway, as I always say. It could be how you're feeling in your body. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you feeling fulfilled in the ability to do what you want to do? Are you feeling like you can run when you want to run, or rest and sleep appropriately? All the variables there can come into play. The wealth of a relationship, the wealth of your love and your overall feeling about your life in general, I guess, is all a part of the financial or the wealth card. So let's see what it says for you, because so far it's looking beautiful. So for you, you have, oh my gosh, you have Temperance, a major arcana again. So you've got the first one, High Priestess, and Temperance, which is perfect. This represents the sign of Sagittarius. And after Scorpio season, the 20th of November? 21st? We're going into, actually it's the 22nd. Because I know a couple of people whose birthdays are the 21st of November, and they are very much Scorpios. They say, nope, I'm a Scorpio. So it's the 22nd. But I'll tell you, that's that fiery, beautiful, powerful Jupiter energy, along with Jupiter being in your sign. There's some incredible lucky things coming up, if not in love, in your ability and your aspirations to create some things this month. I'm so excited for you. And you want to write down those things with the new moon once again in Scorpio. That is the very powerful time to do so. And temperance is about, the alchemy of changing water into wine. It's above, so below. It's about how we feel and changing our bodies and our minds to conform and to fit with everything that we imagine can happen, but also being moderate, okay? Now, Libra is the scales, and they want to keep that balance always in everything of their lives. This is about your internal and external and how that's being affected, and just being aware of that, because anything that goes too lopsided is going to affect you. It just does. So this is a key, remembrance to that, so that you can build upon your wealth, whatever that is to you, and just keep it going. Keep it growing strong, and never, feeling like it has to be limited or scarcity of any sort. But keeping it balanced, keeping it, temperate. It's powerful. It's beautiful. It's perfect. Because even the best of things in our life need to be kind of kept at a balance, right? Because the happiest feelings I've ever felt, the next day I had a hangover from happiness, if you know what I mean. It's like there was no liquor involved. It was just such a wonderful time that my emotions just got way carried away. So just being aware, giving that time for downtime, kind of grounding, peaceful, meditative time, deep breaths, and great appreciation and gratitude never helps or never hurts. Sorry. Of course it helps. It's phenomenal. It brings in all sorts of wonderful things as well on its own. Another law of attraction reality. So what a beautiful reading. I'm so happy to have the last reading. All of them have been phenomenal, though. I think I said that coming in. I'm still reverberating because I do get, it does affect me when I'm reading and the energy's coming through. I can just feel this really vibrancy inside of me. And the final category is surprises and wishes. So surprises will come with the eclipses. You may have surprises in your mind for the birthdays that you'll be seeing with all, and love everybody of the zodiac. You have more favorable connections, of course, we all do. But I feel like you've been celebrating all along, the whole year through, and celebrating some amazing things that have happened and transpired for you and will continue to. And mind you, by the way, I want to say this, when you have Jupiter in your sign that year, the year following it is the sign that goes into your second house, which will be Pisces. And that's money, and that's, oh my gosh, that's worth and realization. So it's almost more romantic and fulfilling and prosperous and abundant the year after. It lines up the opportunities, and then it puts it into play the next year. So stay tuned and be prepared. I'm really happy for you. So surprises and wishes. It's a beautiful reading. It is a wonderful reading, and it's so deserved. And it's like I said, it's been a challenging time for a lot of us. Let's just be real about it. We're moving out of that. We all see that now. We waited, we knew it, we had faith, I'm sure. And you have the Fool. And this is the beginning. This is the beginning of, the journey of the Tarot. This is the complete and total faith and surrender that life is there and has been there and supporting us and guiding us, and just knowing you can travel light. You don't have to have huge ideas or wishes, because things will come into play and work out exactly as they need to on their own. But it doesn't hurt to have these special wishes and surprises that come in. And I'll tell you, you welcome them, you embrace them. You are just like the child, bring it. I am all over this. I am open and I'm embracing it. And I wanted this, because it's a new time. It's another transformational time for me. And each time I have a transformation, I want it to be the best, and even more fulfilling. And that's what this is showing me. So the bookends being the High Priestess, where you create and bring in and believe and manifest just exactly what your heart and truly higher power desires. And then just knowing that it's going to come through. And you don't even have to know how. There's that absolute faith and just abundance of the universe constantly there for us. So yeah, pretty astounding. 3 major arcanas, and then the Ace of Cups, which is, once again, it's love. It is fulfillment. And you're being offered some stuff. So that's going to be up to you. You make that decision. But I am going to finish with your oracle messages now and just say that, yeah, this is astounding, and I'm so, so happy, especially for the month of Thanksgiving, which is a beautiful time for every one of us to just sit and give thanks for everything. And then, you know, Christmas and then a new year again. So this is the beautiful animal medicine card tarot oracle, because, not tarot, oracle. And I know a lot of Aquarians that they actually love animals more than people a lot of times. I'm just going to be straight honest with you about that. So, and I can honestly say I get it for the most part. I'm not an Aquarius, but I am an air sign. And yeah, I love the animals I've had. And they've also annoyed me too. So I'm not going to, you know, lie to you about that. But the messages coming through are pertinent to each and every one of us, because the spirit of animals are there to guide us and show us things that, you know, we don't necessarily know, but they do. And there's great wisdom in many of the animals that we reside with. And you have the fox. Wow. Smart as a fox, right? I don't know. I did not pick this yet. I am excited because I have been emotionally moved by the messages that come through. But I absolutely love it. It's a kind of really cool rendition and illustration of this. But yeah, the fox. The fox has something important to share with you. So let's read what that is for you. And yeah, they seem to be so synchronistic as well when I add this. All right, the words associated. Cleverness, planning, and independence. Well, that's what you are. You're all of those and more. And, you know, I will say that I would say a lot of Scorpio energy is extremely independent, but I know that Sagittarius energy is. And if you've ever known them, which I'm sure you do, because it's an amazing combination for you, definitely independent. And then you as well. Yeah, I mean, you love relationships and you're able to, you know, commingle and have steadfast long-term relationships, but you want that independent within that relationship, which is very key and crucial for healthy relationships. But beautiful fox is an independent being that can always keep warm with a big fluffy tail. Fox is known as cunning and conniving, characteristics that humans often deny in themselves, but are actually keys to survival. Fox advises that it may be a time to incorporate strategy and cleverness into life in a way that is positive and truthful. Positive and fruitful. Perhaps it's time to re-examine your skill set. Making peace with your keen sensitivity and smarts will actually result in a more playful, relaxed life for you and the animals around you. Okay, I'm going to read that last part again. Making peace with your keen sensitivity and smarts will actually result in a more playful, relaxed life for you and the animals around you. I mean, you got to admit, there's something there. There's a definite, you know, correspondence with the beautiful energies of an Aquarius. And I love it. So, yeah, I don't know why I did that, because you can't really see the print. I apologize. But this is beautiful. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. It's all about that right now for you. And by the way, I haven't really mentioned, but Saturn in your sign, it's making sure it keeps it all real for you. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful and fruitful and abundant, and there's going to be amazing stuff, but it'll keep you on track. Because let's just say you want to start you're going to school and you want to take that and get that degree. It's going to take some time and effort, and you got to really detach yourself from the fun side of you that's social and wants to do this instead. But you're going to be so grateful because time goes so quickly that before you know it, you know, Saturn will be on you and helping you and keeping you on task and, you know, helping you to focus and, you know, kind of confining and constricting some parts of you, which you're not quite happy about, but it will help in the end. And that's the gift you get. for being diligent and staying true to your course. I did add this beautiful deck I just got, and it is the different phases of the moon. And I'm really curious for every sign, and you as well, as to what specific moon phase is really important for you. What with this new powerful moon in Scorpio, and then the first of many series coming up, eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio. It's going to be intense. It's going to be very, very transformational, but it's going to be important and long-lasting. You know, that's the Taurus earth energy. It's not just fly-by-night. It's not for now. It's for long-term security and stability. So for you, beautiful Aquarians, your commitment is being tested. The first quarter moon. Okay, so we are not in the first quarter moon because we are about to have a new moon. Or maybe it is. Am I confusing myself? Your commitment is being tested, and I'll tell you, there's going to be commitment when it has to do with the fixed aspects of all of the energies I told you about. And that Saturn influence, okay? You can go with Saturn or you can fight it. It's really up to you in the end. It always is. These are energies that are very much there, and they're there to help us in the end. But you're going to be tested, okay? And I think it's kind of cool. It shows how much you're loved. And there you go. So after the full moon, we already had the full moon in Aries, on the 20th of October. After the eclipse, it's going to really shine the light on stuff and really put you in a direction of long-term, you know, long-term security if you allow that. You have to put your foot one in front of the other and be committed to whatever it is that you want to see grow. And that patience has to be there, okay? I love it. It's purple. How can you not love it? So that's important. That's really, really cool. Keep that in mind, okay? That'll be really probably mid, I want to say, gosh, you know what? The new moon in Scorpio eclipse will be on the 24th of December. So I'm just curious, but probably mid-month of December, you'll really be starting to feel this energy. So, in the last message for you, beautiful Aquarians, thank you for tuning in today. If you're still watching, and a lot of people don't, they skip forward, whatever you got to do, I'm here for you regardless. I'd love you to thumbs up if you liked it. Be a part of my channel on a regular basis and come back for all of my readings would be the ultimate for me. Great way to support my channel. You just push the subscribe because it's a way to follow me. And then, you know, YouTube and the algorithms and all that get mixed into that. I'm not a great technology person, but you know what I mean. It'll help me a lot, and I love you for that. So if you feel so inclined, that would be beautiful. But this is about manifesting the life we want in our lives. And by actually believing it, of course, thinking about it, yes, but feeling it. The good feelings that go out are what will come back, okay? And every other feeling. So just focus on the good ones and the true life that you choose to have. And allow it to come in perhaps different forms. But be steadfast, you know, be committed. And it will occur. And this reading definitely demonstrates that. So your final card is, and you've got the stars that represent you as the star card in the tarot. I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. Love's what it's all about, man. That's what this whole thing is about. And we all have it. We all use it. We all need it. We all feel it in some form or another. So keep that going. Look at that beautiful, beautiful. There's that full moon again, though, and the stars leading to whatever you want. What kind of life do you want? What do you want to create? And please eliminate fear when at all costs, because that can really change the dynamic of all of our energy. We all can pick up on that, certainly. So, yeah, beautiful. You can use it as an affirmation, a mantra. I love you. I appreciate it. I'm so grateful. I'm really excited for you. Please come back for your mid-month reading. There's more incredible information, I'm sure, coming through for you. So until then, take great care, and bye for now.